Hello everybody, this is Make It Better, and today we're doing what if what if the wise man had Deku and Wolford, part 6. I think 7. I just checked and I already forgot. Whatever. Now, Zuko was already inside the class, and let's start from there. After he talked with his brother quietly and learning what exactly he was teaching them about magic, and learned that he was breaking down what they are thinking when they were doing their magic, and he hasn't talked about exactly what would change about it. So Zuko offers to help. So Shin allows it and see what he can do, because he some reasonably can bring their baseline of knowledge in the most stupidest terms, but understandable. The only reason it ever works for me is because I'm stupid enough to do it. Alright. Everybody, he asked for everybody to come up as if it was one of Shan's classes. Everybody does. And Zuko asks for one person, what is fire? They say it's something hot, a flame, and something like that. Zuko said, okay, now what do you think when you do a spell? They say out loud the spell itself. Zuko said, no, something else. What is the effect that you're looking for? And they explain a fire coming out of their hands, and then when they push it away, it fires. It shoots to another place. And Zuko said, okay. Alright. Question. How hot can you make your fire? And they don't understand that. Zuko said, okay, okay. This might seem weird, but have you ever thought of your fire as a living thing? They all say no, because that's so stupid. And Zuko said, if you think about it like that, think of it as a very baby, and it first needs to have fire, or it needs to have wood to burn. So you feed it, and it grow bigger and bigger. Now, if you stop feeding it wood, of course it will die. But instead of when you first give it just a little bit of wood, and to start feeding it a poison gas of any sorts. I assume that you guys have learned about poison magic of some sort, or even air. And if you mix those two elements together, those two magics, and feed it to the fire, you can give it. Let me just show you. He has one hand his poison spell, and his other hand fire. And he's doing this because it's easier for them to see. And when he put it close to right next to each other, the fire is mixed in with the smoke, and it instantly turns into a blue flame. Zuko shows that if they think about it like that, you can make it looks just like Shin's. You see, we're not special. Well, technically we are, but I mean, who's not? But really, we're only special because we think of it this way. We mix small pieces together to make it more powerful. And I think you guys can do it too. All you have to do is think about it. Not just do one thought. do the process of the very beginning to the very end. What you want exactly. Am I doing it right, Shin? This is all your teachings actually, which Shin thanks his brother for explaining it way better than he could ever do. Zuko said, "Okay, now can I explain about my magic?" And Shin thinks about it. Yeah, sure. I mean, if they're want to, as the whole class want to ask, what exactly is your magic? And Zuko, well, he said this. My my magic. Let's do the same thing with fire. As you see on my left hand, a flame came up. But I do something else. As he shows on the right hand, a fireball. It's a complete spear, and it's a fire. As Zuko said, would anybody here like to test what this is? As one brave soul, I'll call the tallest one there that has all the muscles and, well, basically one is one of the prince's knights. I forgot his name. Sorry. But he was like came from a knight family and something like that. Came up and touched the ball, and he said it was hot, almost like in fire. And Zuko explained, well, for me, it's not just I can do what Shin can do. For me, I can do this. I can change the shape of the very object that, or element that I'm holding into another shape. Right now, the ball, easier for you to understand. But if I just want it to look like a cat, it will act like a cat for me. What I think is a cat. And to their surprise, there's a reddish green, reddish or orange flaming cat right in front of them, acting as if it was a living thing. And Zuko add on to the thing, saying, if I think it's living, it starts to act like it's living. If I think it's just a statue, it starts to act like a statue. And that's basically it. It's all in your thoughts. It's in your imagination, as you can say. Fire is one of the easiest because it has no form, it has no shape. It burns whatever it burns, and that's it. So, with that in mind, let's practice on our magic. So most of them do, and they're learning to barely make a half a spear of fire. And then shooting it, it will go way faster. And then Zuko sees the other training of magic, the one where they gather up all their magic power into one in their hands, coming it out. Zuko tells some of them to take it back a notch because they're going a little too much. And well, that's basically it. Now, as they were doing all of this, Shin offered them to go to their his favorite area to train out their magic. So everybody agrees, and Zuko says, "Oh, that place, okay." As he summons a gate, everybody was entering, and everybody went through. As they're going through the gate themselves, Zuko asked if anybody wants to know how this works, the gate itself. And some of them want to know it. Zuko explained, and it's all about the paper trick of putting one dot on one side of the paper and one dot appearing on the other side. And all he's done is shorten the distance, not actually take you yourself to that spot. If you shorten the distance, you can think of every single item, material, road, nook and cranny that came up on the road in that short distance. And so that's what we did. They are still not getting it, but they're starting to understand. So, now you can tell that I'm not having planned this far. Here we go. Where was I? Okay. As they were doing their, training, as you can say, it's almost in like a war zone. So Shin was told by August that more demons are coming up, humanoid demons. I forgot what they were called. And Shin asked why he's talking about this not as secretly. August told the rest of the class. And this gave the idea that Shin and Deku to say this at the same time. They said, should we do like a summer camp for you guys? And of all of them, they all said yes, very excitedly to say yes. It'll be so much fun to do it over the summer. And August answered with another question. Well, how about we go to someone's land to do it? Shin was confused by this, but Zuko actually explained it to Shin. Usually, most royals would buy land of whoever works for their country or their household, just to be a little bit well known. You see? You get it? And Shin said, "Oh, yeah, sure. That makes, I guess, sense." August said, yeah, something like that. And everybody offers what they have. And Cecile came up with the hot springs. And Shin agrees to this one because it seems very, very relaxing. And also, it's been a long time since they've gone to a hot springs. Now, as everybody was planning to tell their parents, Izuku came up with the idea, wait, who's going to come with us to make sure that we're, safe? So if either me and Shin are not able to fight, we need someone else there to protect them if that ever comes. And some of them are saying their parents or some people from class or school. But Zuko said, I'm not sure if they will say yes. Maybe they will. But I'll ask our grandparents. As everybody gets excited to meet with the wise man and the guru, and learning that they will probably be their teachers as well. So the day ended, everybody's over at their home, and Zuko, after when Shin gets right into the living room at the same time, Zuko asks their grandparents if they would like to escort us to the campground or the summer camp. And they both said yes, with no fuss, no huss, nothing of the sorts. As they're going down through the carriage, some of them were talking about how the horses might not last long enough, but they answered with they have these special colors that worked with them for they can last longer. And Shin asked, "That seems really cool. Who made those?" And Zuko, even he looked over to Shin. He said, "Really? You live with her?" And Shin said, "But the only one we live with is Grandma." And Zuko said, "Yeah, she made them. She told us on one of her stories that she made some equipment to help out with this kingdom. One of them was that." Which Shin said, "Oh, dang. I'm so stupid sometimes." As Zuko said, "Yeah, sometimes it's an understatement." And he said, "Shut up." Zuko said, "Make me." So they have that little spout of fighting back to each other over and over again to a point where it's kind of funny to watch for the rest of the classroom. Now, they get to a point of, well, going to a certain overpass of sorts and learns that there's some monsters coming and going in their way. So they decide to get out. And the one that fought against these uh, wolves, dogs, whatever, they basically were like dogs. Zuko, well, she attacked and it was all good and well. But after the aftermath of it all, Zuko asks them what are they going to do with the bodies, which most of them said just leave them there. And Zuko said, "No, that's one thing we need to talk about. When you leave a demon monster's corpse here, other monster will eat it too. And even some other sad soul of a non-demonized monster will come by, eat it, and sadly turn into one. So I have two options to do. One, we could purify them, which they said, purify? What do you mean? How would you be able to purify this?" And Zook said, "Oh, that's one of my, um, well, that's what was one of my experiments. See if I could do it." And I was able to. And they asked, "How can you tell it was purified or not?" And Zook said, "Oh, I ate it. I ate the demon meat, and nothing happened to me. I got a little stronger, but it worked. So I want to do it here too, to show you guys that it's possible." Now, that's where I'm going to end the story. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.